It never starts the way people imagine. There's no big decision, no dramatic moment, just a quiet night, a small room, and a stickman staring at a screen that glows a little too bright in the dark. The number on that screen looks small, almost meaningless, but something about it feels different. It feels like a door. Not open yet, but not completely closed either. He hesitates for a second. Then he adds money. Not extra money. Just money that had another purpose before this moment. Something practical. Something responsible. But right now that doesn't feel important. What matters is what this could become. He doesn't tell anyone. He presses buy. For a moment, nothing happens. The screen stays still, silent, like it's waiting. Then suddenly the number moves slowly up. It's small, almost insignificant. But to him it feels huge, because it's not just profit, it's proof. Proof that something he did worked. Proof that maybe he understands something others don't. He closes the trade quickly, too quickly. Not because it's the right decision, but because he's afraid the feeling will disappear if he waits too long. And just like that, he's hooked. He opens another trade. Faster this time, less thinking, more confidence. This one goes down. He watches it carefully at first, calm, patient, telling himself it's normal. Markets move, it will come back, it has to. But it doesn't. The number keeps dropping and something changes in the room. It feels quieter, heavier. The glow of the screen feels sharper now, almost uncomfortable. He doesn't close the trade. Not because he believes in it anymore, but because closing it would mean accepting that he was wrong. So he waits, minutes stretch, thoughts get louder. Doubt starts to creep in, but he pushes it away. He's seen this before. Prices move down before they go up. That's what he tells himself. Eventually, he closes it. Loss. And strangely, the loss feels bigger than the profit ever did. It stays with him longer. It follows him even after he turns off the screen. That night, he doesn't sleep well, not because he lost money, but because his mind won't stop moving. It keeps replaying the trade, what he should have done, what he could have done, what he'll do next time, because there will be a next time. The next day, he adds more money. Now it feels different, less like curiosity, more like commitment. He tells himself this is learning, that mistakes are part of the process, that every loss is just a step forward. He starts watching more videos, reading more articles, listening to people who sound like they know what they're doing. Slowly, he builds something that looks like a system. Rules, patterns, signals. And for a while, it works. He catches a move at the right time. The number jumps faster than before, bigger than before. And this time, he doesn't close it immediately. He lets it run, watches it grow. When he finally closes it, the profit feels different. Not just lucky, earned. He leans back for a second, staring at the screen, letting it sink in. This is it. This is what he was looking for. This is proof that he's improving. But the market doesn't move in straight lines, and neither does his progress. The next trade doesn't work. Then the next one. Then one more. Each loss feels slightly different, but they all carry the same weight. He starts questioning things, the system, the timing, the logic. But instead of slowing down, he speeds up. More trades, more decisions, more effort. As if trying harder will fix everything, but it doesn't. Days pass. The balance moves up, then down, then sideways. The excitement fades, replaced by something else. Frustration, confusion, a quiet pressure that never fully goes away. And then one day something changes. Not in the market, in him. He pauses. For the first time in a long time, he doesn't open a trade. He just sits there looking at the screen but not reacting to it. And slowly his attention shifts. Away from the chart. Toward himself. Why did he enter that trade? Why did he ignore his own rule? Why did he hold a losing position longer than planned? Why did he rush into the next one? The answers aren't comfortable, but they're clear. The problem isn't just the market, it's him. That realization doesn't feel good, but it feels real. From that moment, things begin to change. He takes fewer trades, waits longer, skips setups that once felt impossible to ignore. At first, it feels wrong, like he's missing out, like he's falling behind. But over time, something unexpected happens. The results become more stable. Not exciting, not dramatic, just steady. And that steadiness feels different. It doesn't come with a rush, but it doesn't come with stress either. Now the numbers start growing again. But the feeling has changed. Wins don't feel like victories anymore. Losses don't feel like failures. They both feel like part of something bigger, something structured, something controlled. And somewhere along the way, he stops chasing the feeling that started all of this. He stops trying to prove something, because he understands something now that he didn't before. The market was never personal. It never rewarded him. It never punished him. It simply moved, and he was reacting to it. Now he responds instead. There's a difference, a small one, but it changes everything. Time passes, the numbers grow, the environment changes, but inside, things become quieter, more controlled, more deliberate. And one day he notices something strange. The excitement is gone. Not completely, but enough to notice. At first it feels like something is missing, but then he realizes that excitement was never the goal, it was just the beginning. What replaced it is something more valuable. Clarity. Now he understands risk, not as a word, but as a reality. Something that needs to be managed, respected, controlled. He understands that survival matters more than speed. That consistency matters more than big wins. That patience is not doing nothing. It's doing the right thing, at the right time. And the biggest realization of all? The real edge was never a strategy. It was discipline. And right now, somewhere, another stickman is sitting in a dark room, staring at a glowing screen, looking at a number that feels bigger than it is. He's about to press buy. He feels confident. He feels ready. He feels like he understands what he's doing. And maybe that's necessary. Because without that belief, he would never start. But what he doesn't know yet is that this journey isn't about the market, it's about him. And by the time he understands that, he won't be the same person anymore.